On this fine day, one of the things actually the main thing I should say that I wanted to talk about today on my channel is my experience with meeting Su Yung, who's one of my favorite wrestlers from Impact Wrestling. About 2 years ago, I was watching her debut on Impact, and I was just like, who is this? Like wrestler in pink and all crazy and stuff with the white face paint. And at first, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't understand the character at all. I wasn't drawn to it right away. And then I started to watch more and more, and then her theme song really kind of hooked me first, funny enough. And then on top of things, I was just like, wow, she's really good in the ring. And then she had this great feud with Rosemary, who was another wrestler there. And she ended up doing her finisher off the stage. And then I was just like, wow, that's pretty freaking crazy. Like this chick is hardcore. And then she ended up winning the TNA Women's Knockouts Championship from Ali in a really good match, in a coffin match. Then I started to think, oh my god, this girl is like kind of like the female version of The Undertaker. She has the mystique. She has Taker didn't have the face paint, but at one point he had the Phantom of the Opera mask. And then she doesn't really speak. Taker spoke even Taker spoke more than her character. And then I like the fact that she used the mandible claw, so she took kind of a page out of Mankind's book, Mick Foley's, to capture the whole deranged character. And then she was like having like coffin matches and kind of like that type of I don't know, Dark Days kind of thing. It reminds me of WrestleMania 13, the whole Dark Days type era. And then I just became hooked. Like I said, the theme song, the cool flips she'd do, the way she would how Randy Orton would have his opponent's feet on the middle rope and do his DDT. She did it to the pedigree. And then, the moveset was just amazing, the theme song, the look. And then I started to Google more about her character, and I realized, oh my god, you could already tell that she's pretty as hell, with the face paint on. At least I could. I feel like everyone could, it's not hard to tell if someone's good looking or not with face paint on. And I was drawn to that, and I just started reading more about her career, and I was just even more hooked. So I was like, you know what, I have to see her live. I have to hear that theme song live. And then finally, I think, the character kind of drew me in maybe April or May of 2018. And then I find out that Slammiversary, Impact Wrestling's pay-per-view, is coming to Rebel in Toronto. And I was at work when I found out, and I'm just like, oh my god, that's only half an hour away from where I live. So it's like, this is amazing. She's defending her, she defended the Knockouts Championship against Madison Rayne, who's pretty much a veteran from Impact, a veteran in wrestling. And I was like, oh, this is going to be a crazy match. I finally get to see her entrance live, and hopefully somehow I get a chance to meet her. So right now what I'm going to do is I am going to cut to, I somehow managed, it's really easy in Rebel to get certain positions by the guardrail. So for my first time seeing Su Yung live, I got myself by the guardrail, right where she comes out, and it was amazing. I expected, her to come out as usual, cool theme, all mystique, and just kind of just the crazy face, crazy look, and everything like that. I did not expect a bunch of her undead bridesmaids to bring her out in a coffin, carrying the coffin out. Sadly, luckily I should say, and kind of sadly, one of the girls almost tripped over her bridesmaid dress, managed to get her balance back, as you'll see in the video, and Sue, luckily enough, no one fell or injured themselves or was dropped. But it was an amazing entrance. I mean, then once I saw her live, that was it. She became my favorite Impact star. It was LAX, the new LAX resurging in Impact that year with Conan, which got me to start watching Impact again after a few years, because I stopped watching once guys like AJ Styles and Samoa Joe, Bobby Roode, James Storm, people like that started to leave. So basically LAX brought me back in, especially because of Conan, and then Su Yung is what hooked me and made me like to keep watching to this day. Big fan of her Susie character now, but I think it's cute and all. It's nice to kind of see her sometimes dressed a little different and without the face paint. But personally, I am a bigger fan of her character, like the Bloody Undead Bride. And I've been fortunate enough to see her live many times, and I've met her on 2 different occasions, which I'll get to later in the video. Anyway, right now I'm going to cut to her entrance at Slammiversary. Hope you guys enjoy it.
The undead
I hope everyone enjoys that entrance as much as I did. It was just amazing to be live, and like I said, what a great way to see one of your favorites for your first time. Like, epic entrance for my first time seeing Sue live. So then from there, the next thing I was thinking is like, oh my god, like I would just love to have a picture with her character. It'd be like the coolest shit ever, you know? So I was at work one day. This was shortly around the time of the event, and all of a sudden, like, on Twitter, I would literally just like post about how like Impact Wrestling, I got hooked even more so on the product thanks to Sue, and I just would retweet all their stuff and just like it because I was such a big fan. That's what I do for anyone I'm a huge fan of. And then all of a sudden one day I'm just doing it overnight, and then I get a notification on Twitter that Sue followed me back. Like, can you imagine like how like it's crazy how like excited and like happy I was. It's like, oh my god, one of my favorite wrestlers who I just finally saw live. Oh no, sorry, I take it back. It was just before I was supposed to see Sue live. My bad. And I was so like happy that, oh my god, like she follows me back. This is super cool. So I was just like, okay, this is great. Saw one of my favorites live. Got to see the entrance, got to see a match. And on top of that, in the match, she successfully defended her title. I forgot to mention that, against Madison Rayne. So that was pretty cool too. And then from there, the Twitter follow. Sorry, there's something in the bushes, so it distracted me. Then got the awesome Twitter follow back. So that put me on top. Then I was just like, this just one last piece of the puzzle. It's the most important piece, and that's to meet Sue. So one day again, I was on shift and I was just on Twitter, and I see this event for the London Comic Con, and I'm just like, it's a list of like some of the female wrestlers that are going to be doing the show there. And all of a sudden, I'm just like, oh my god, Sue Young's going to be there. Like, they didn't even have the prices up for. I don't think they had the prices up for how much it would be for a pick or not. I don't remember, but it didn't really matter to me. I was just like, this is perfect. Like, I live in Toronto. London's only 2 hours away. Like, I'll figure something out. Lucky enough, a good friend of mine at the time came through. We went up early in the morning, and then we got to the London Comic Con some point in the end of October. So it was 2 weeks after my birthday. So I joked that it was a little bit of a birthday gift to myself. And also from my friend for like getting me there, so I appreciated that. So then what ends up happening is we get there. I went there early just thinking like I don't want to take a chance of, because usually Comic-Cons or fan expos, there's a certain time, like a limited time for when the superstar is going to be there. So I was just like, I just got to be there from start, and then start to finish if I have to. So we got there at about 10 o'clock. Yeah, I think that's when it opened. And yeah, 10 or 11, I forget. But anyway, long story short, got there pretty much when it opened. Went to the area, and they had to sign up for where the women wrestlers were. And we saw this other female wrestler that went by Sienna. She was there, cool wrestler and all too, but I was just, I was there for Sue. So then I just, we waited around. It wasn't a huge expo, so after like about an hour, we're kind of just walking around. And I'm just like, okay, just give it another. I told my friend, like, I'll grab you something to eat again later. Like, I already got you breakfast. I'll grab you something later too. Please, can we at least tough it up for another hour? She was totally down. There's like other things to look at, like little booths and stuff too. So some of the ones we didn't go to, we just took like extra time. And then all of a sudden, I'll never forget it. Then just as we're kind of walking back to check, like I just see Sue Young walk by, like all in character, like totally in character, obviously, like in her ring attire, and I'm just like blown away. Like, where it's just like, I remember, and I just tweeted her sent her a tweet maybe like half an hour before saying I was there, and just to get back at me if she's gonna still be making the appearance. So yeah, I just remember with my friend, I just took like a couple of minutes. We did another like short lap, but just kept an eye on that area because I was just like, okay, I just gotta build to this. Like, I'm just super excited. I want to come in all red faced and stuff, So anyway, as I was approaching it was so cool. She recognized me from Twitter. Sue gave me a wave. It was like Sean Wolfright, which just made my day, because it's like, it's cool when they acknowledge you, like, not only by your name. So then, before I could even like say too much and get my money out and ask how much it was for the picture and for the autograph, she was like, oh my god, and I was wearing a Sue Young shirt, I forgot to mention that, and she was like, oh my god, can I please sign your shirt? And it was like, just, for free, I just wanted to sign my shirt. I was like, oh my god, like, that's amazing that, like, she's asking me that. Like, for sure, of course you can. So she signed my shirt for me, which is really cool, and then gave me a wicked deal, only for $30. I got, like, 2 photos with her. I got an autographed picture, like 8x10 and this little card of hers, like I think it was like a merch card that I have at home somewhere too that she signed for me. So thank you so much for that, Sue. And like what a way to end it. Like the cherry on top was just as I was like I'd said my byes, we chatted a little bit. I was walking away with my friend. It's like, Sean, 1 second. And she came up and gave me this like a huge hug, like, you know, and I was just like, this is amazing. Like I just became a fan of this superstar, this wrestler, maybe 5-6 months prior, right? And then in that short span, I got to see the entrance live a few times, one of which was the one I showed earlier. I got a follow back from her, and I got to meet her with like 2 photos taken and a hug. Like to me, that was like, what a way to end my birthday month. So Sue Young, thank you so much for that. That was an awesome experience, one I'll never forget. And that was 2 years ago, like end of October 2018. I still think about it time to time and repost it or things like that. So thank you so much. I really hope you enjoy the video. I just want to make one to explain to you, like in video form instead of just a tweet, how much those moments meant to me, and like how, like even to this day, like thank you for being like so awesome. I'll continue to be a loyal fan for life. I'll wrap up my words there. And I'm just going to end this off with the picture from the London Comic Con that I took with Sue. So Sue Young, thank you so much again. I hope you enjoy this, and I look forward to when we can finally go to live events again so I can see you live one more time. All right, take it easy. Peace.